What's up, everybody? And welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. So, yes, you all, I know it's been a minute, but as I told you all, after everything that's been going on in my personal life, I'm slowly but surely getting back into YouTube. But don't worry, I'm about to be hitting y'all with this constant content. Just drop down in the comment section what you guys want me to talk about. We're going to talk about a lot of things. You know, this is mostly a celebrity gossip channel where we can laugh and kiki and just, escape what's going on in the world. I want to use this platform. Yeah, we're going to be shady, but I want the shade to be funny and light. I want this to be a fun place where you can just decompress. You don't had a bad day. I think I'm just going to cut on Buzzworthy TV and see what the heck she's talking about. That's my goal for this channel. So I hope that you guys will be on the ride with me. Like I said, it's been a process, but I'm slowly but surely getting back to myself. Thank God. With prayer changes a lot of things. And, so with that being said, before we go on into the video, I'm going to need you guys to do a few things for me. Number one, like the video. Thank you. Number two, subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. And number three, drop a comment down in the comment section. It feels so good to be back, y'all. So today, I just wanted to come in, like I said, it's Sunday to start a brand new week. For me, it started a brand new chapter. And with this coming back on YouTube, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to make any more promises that I can't keep, because it's just a work in progress. But my goal is to continue to give you all content. So this is going to be my new chapter again, trying to get this YouTube channel off the ground. So with that being said, I was looking online trying to find stuff to watch and comment on and things of that nature. And really, honestly, y'all, it's been a slow news day, okay? So I just thought that I would just pick a topic that just was out about a week or so. I know it's old news, but it really, to me, sparks a much needed conversation. And shout out to my boy AT2. If you are not subscribed to his channel, please go over there and subscribe to his channel. I love him. He's a great commentator. He was actually, did a video about King Harris and how King was talking about how, in regards to the show, Tiny and T.I.'s Family Hustle, America's, new generation of the Cosby Show was basically all a hoax. Like, he didn't live there. He lived with his grandma. He would come over when it was time to film, spend a night or a couple of hours, film, and going about his business. And a lot of people, when the uproar, some were like, I knew it was fake, and that's just messed up that they projected this, solid family unit and how they had it all together despite them, having to go on the road and dealing with T.I.'s legal issues. It made it look like at the end of the day they still had this great family unit. This family unit that everybody kind of wanted to be a part of, enough to want to tune in every week. We're invested enough, like I said, to tune in. So anyway, y'all, we're first going to listen to what King had to say about what it was like, filming the show while he was living with his grandmother. Now, y'all know how I do. Because I don't want no copyrights, we're just going to listen, and then we're going to talk about it.
The world what do you feel like that got on you that they shouldn't have on you? Because I feel like with them probably seeing you grow up, they just got like, you can't be you.
Yeah, man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused.
Mm-hmm.
Because I live with my grandma. We'll go to the house on like the weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house.
So what?
Wow. So y'all heard that out of his own mouth. Like he said, he would come over there to film film for a little bit, and then go home to his grandma's house. Now, we all knew that because if you watched Tiny and Toya, this is even way before T.I. got out of jail, and then they did T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle. When she was doing her own thing with Tiny and Toya, when he was, getting sent to jail and while he was in jail, when she had that show, King was always at his grandma's house. I don't know why, because at this point, Escape had broke up. Yeah, she was doing her thing with the OMG girls, not taking that away from Tiny, because Tiny, whatever she is doing as far as like Escape or anything in front of the camera, because we all know there was things that prohibited her from doing, or I should say someone. She wasn't doing a lot in front of the camera because of T.I. But she was still managing, like I said, she was managing OMG Girls. She had a couple of businesses in Atlanta that, she was making money off of. So, but I never understood why she didn't have King. Because it was like she wasn't really traveling at that particular point. Now, I know she was traveling with T.I. when his career was like baboom. Okay, we talking about Rubber Band Man and all that, and he doing all these movies and got songs for Rihanna and living life, hey, So, he's sitting up there with Lil Wayne and Destiny's Child saying, I need a soldier, all that. And, she flying back and forth, with the king, trying to make sure that, he good and that he ain't cheating on her. She's so worried about him not cheating on her that she got to just follow him around. To the point, even T.I. has said that. He said that part of the reason why he started cheating is because he was used to her being around, to the point where he didn't really have to cheat because she was always there. She would travel with him and things like that. And when she started to say, hey, I kind of want to get back to me, I kind of lost myself in what I wanted out of life. Like, I love to sing. Yeah, these little businesses here, there is cool. Managing OMG is cool, but that's not at the core who I am. And when she started to kind of be more vocal, he didn't like that because he wanted a submissive wife. So now we got the cheating, so which adds more toxicity into the home and into the family. Okay? So with that being said, we thinking that, King was the only one that possibly lived with the grandparents, throughout this whole situation. And because a lot of people were like, okay, well, we already knew he lived with his grandma. It was said on Tiny and Toya. They said it on the T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle the first season when T.I. got home from jail. They had to actually call and tell, Miss Diane that it was time for King to come home. We thinking that conversation, went up and had him move back in. We thought that was the catalyst for him moving in, I should say. But it wasn't. He still continued to live with the grandma. While on camera, it looked like he stayed there all the time. Okay. So, kind of find out when you go back. Again, thanks to AT2. Zanique did an interview on a podcast where the majority of what she was talking about her relationship with her mom and how it made her feel to be left at her grandma's house while her mother went around basically running behind Tip was bleeped out for the most part. And it went viral. But I want us to revisit that because the reason why I want to touch on this today is because, like I said, I just think that this is a good opportunity on this Sunday morning to just talk about how family trauma can, have lasting effects on your kids. And I want to use this situation, as a talking point. So let's listen to Zanique and how she talks about what it was like living with T.I. and Tiny. Or not living with T.I. and Tiny, I should say. Here we go, y'all.
This is the part I'm beeping out.
Answer the question?
Yeah,
I have to explain this the best that I can. I grew up in my grandparents' house. That's where I was raised. My mom was already, obviously, R&B queen, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah, blah.
Say that again. No, for real.
My mom was
Don't play with
already, let me not play with that. I'm never going to do that. Let's not disrespect the queen. Already, before I was even thought about, already R&B queen. And then as I was growing up, Escape broke up, and she was with my stepdad, Tip. Then his career took off.
Mm-hmm.
So she was on the road with him after that, pretty much. So I feel like that. Oh wait, no wait. I'm sorry, I'm connecting the wrong thing right now.
Take your time. It's fine.
Yeah, let me take my time.
Yes, it's all good. Like this, the dream.
I want to say that's where it kind of probably started though. Like, wait, no, I'm
Let me
lying.
help you then.
Yeah, no. I gotta take it back.
Where was your biological father?
Yeah, okay, yeah. To explain this the best that I can, I grew up in my.
So basically, because the rest of the interview when she talks about this bleeped out, and we've all heard that, but I just want to point this particular part of the interview that we can clear her stating that, yeah, my mom first left me to stay with my grandma because she was out here chasing her dreams, getting her money with her group Escape. Then when that broke up, she got with Tip, his career took off, and she left me again with my grandmother. And I know that Tiny doesn't seem like the type that meant any harm. She probably was feeling like Miss Diane, it's the grandmother. She loves the kids. The kids all right. I'm not just leaving them with no stranger. I'm not leaving with no nanny. I'm leaving with the grandma. Okay? And as sweet as Miss Diane is, I just feel that you can just see the trauma of what Tiny and T.I. have created and how it is actually has been passed along to their children. And like, for example, King right now goes viral like every other month for some type of foolishness because I think he's acting out because he didn't get no attention and structure when he was a kid. He was with his grandmother, and we all know who our grandmothers are. They are more lenient with their grandchildren than they ever will be with their actual children. So he got a lot more leeway. His parents weren't hardly around. So now he's acting out because, again, no one's really told him what to do. And then second, he's never got attention from his family like that. Not the constant family structure that would, have him feeling more secure and maybe not acting out as much. Zanique, she'll tell you that her baby daddy, they go back and forth, and part of the reason is the fact that she's not a work it out type of girl. She's seen her mother, her grandmother go through so much, cheating, lies, jail, and they just stay there to the point, like she said, if Izzy do anything to disturb her peace, she out, and that's why they go back and forth so much. And then Deja, she has her mental health issues, and I think that comes a lot from the family dynamic, and I hate to say it, mainly Tip on that aspect. And I'm just using this as a talking point. I mean, I know this video might not get a lot of views, but again, this is just me getting back into the swing of things and giving commentary on just some of the things that I saw on the blog. And this one, even though, like I said, was like a week ago, it stuck out to me. And just seeing that, wow, a lot of the kids, a lot of T.I. and Tiny's kids as they're growing up, we're seeing how the way they handled their family situation and the way their marriage affected them has now made them affect how they are as adults. Zanique with her relationships, King acting out, Deja going through therapy. Now, I'm not sure what Damani and Messiah, how they're doing. They promote their music and they keep it moving. But yeah, this is just telling. It's telling on a couple levels. It's telling on how you see some on TV, and it's definitely not how it's portrayed. All the stuff that we see on TV, half the time is a facade. I'm not even going to say half the time. Majority of the time is a facade. So that's a wake-up call. Shoot, half the stuff we see not even on TV, the internet, everything is just a facade. But more importantly, how you have to really be careful what you do and how you live in front of your kids, because it will trickle down to them. They probably think nothing was wrong. Like I said, Tiny probably didn't even think nothing was wrong with her having the kids stay with her mother because it's her mother. They're staying with their grandparents. It's family. But they don't got you though. They don't got their dad. They don't have that family structure. Only when it's convenient are y'all all around and it's, all hugs and kisses. And, knowing that and then also putting out this facade for the public, that's also another burden. So, yeah, I think that, adults, especially when we talk about mental health, and particularly with our children, watch how you raise your children in the environment that they're raised in and what you subject them to, because it definitely will have an impact on how they become adults, how they are as adults. Now, again, this was just a talking session. I know I rambled a little bit, but this is just me getting back on here. Y'all, just let me know what y'all think about Tiny and T.I., them putting on this facade of them being this big, happy, blended family when half the time they didn't have the kids. I mean, even Major was predominantly raised by Tip's older sister, Precious. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about how a lot of parents, how they subject their kids to the environment, to a toxic environment for, just so that they could live their lives. Do you guys think that's selfish? Do you guys think that the parents should be more mindful and adjust their lifestyle so they could have a more stable foundation for their children, to have their children to be more, mentally stable adults and not have to deal with so many toxic traumas and issues from how they were raised. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think. Until next time, peace and love.